And if any of you guys missed it, there was a live stream. It wasn't really live, but they recorded it and they didn't edit, so kind of cool. And a lot of revelations there. You know, you had basically an FBI agent interrogating a suspect. And the way that you know he was a suspect is when you look at the Wallace civil trial files, he's a suspect. And so it was interesting. You know, you kept hearing that they were saying, hey, speak clearly. We want to make sure we get this on the record. And it was really something. So one thing that I would just like to say, I mean, you know, Suge Knight really gets maligned through all this stuff. He's sitting in the car next to Tupac in Las Vegas when Tupac is shot. And you also have him in jail, shackled, okay, basically hand and foot, in LA County Jail when Biggie is killed. And so, you know, this whole movement of trying to pin both of these murders on Suge Knight is just crazy. I mean, what the hell? It's unbelievable. And let's see, I couldn't really see that comment that came through. Yeah, I should definitely be wearing glasses if I'm going to look at comments, but you know, it's clear Orlando Anderson didn't have anything to do with this. And it's also clear Suge Knight didn't have anything to do with this. And so, you know, these are the things that we learn. But what we did learn, I didn't know what a 137 informant was before this. And so there was this game that was tried to be played, and the game was, you know, I don't know you, I've never met you, and that went until the end when we found out that what a 137 informant was. And that, you know, this is a dude that's been informing for years. And, you know, that's not seen too good in certain circles and places like Compton, okay? That's just not, that's not cool. And so we find out, you know, a lot about this. There were a lot of revelations, and, you know, for any of you, if you want to listen to it a second, third time, they weren't focused on the Tupac stuff. Now, what do you think that want to push? Oh, the Orlando. You know, first off, let's clarify something. The interview with Suge Knight was 2017. I think it was November. I'll get back to you guys. I'll put it in the comments somewhere, the exact date of that interview. They're trying to push that this was 2015 when Suge was trying to shave off time. Well, this was after his whole case was concluded. And I really did try to help him at the end with his case by trying to get him an attorney, have somebody look at the plea deal, and they weren't going to let that happen. They had him boxed in, and they were going to phone calls, and the stuff that he and I talked about were specifics about his case that is really nobody else's business. And so, you know, those two phone calls were stitched together, cutting out the things that really are not anybody's business. And so that's what this is all about. So there's a lot more that we could talk about, but the whole Suge Knight thing, let's face it, Suge Knight had nothing to do with either of these murders. It would be very difficult to prove that in a court of law. You know, did he give the order for the hit? You know, Mario Hammond says he did. You know, he probably took credit for something he didn't do when he was in Mule Creek, and that was a total setup, and that was the Mario Hammonds thing. Mario Hammonds was put next to that in a court of law, and get a conviction on Suge Knight would be very, very difficult. But look, he was guilty of justifiable homicide with Terry Carter. And I know a lot of people love Terry Carter. Terry Carter seemed like he was a stand-up guy down in Compton, and you know, he tried to do good things. So, upshot with all of this is that you know, they can indict a ham sandwich, they can convict a ham sandwich. So that's it. Anyway, more later.